Hi folks, we're on the week 5 at the Mourne at Home meal for 2, and it is an Asian inspired menu this week. And let me just run straight into the starter. Starter is seared scallops with some fresh mango salsa, a little cucumber and radish salad, and we're going to put it all together. It's literally going to take 2 minutes, and there's like realistically just a bowl and a pan, and preheat your ring, okay? So let's move right on. Our salad here, we have some cucumber, bean sprouts, a little bit of rocket in there. And we've got this dressing, which is sort of hot, sour, sweet. Mix. You want to dress the salad probably about a minute or so before we start cooking the scallops. In this salsa, we have some fresh mango, some Indian mango, and then the flavors sort of mirror the dressing which we have on the salad, which again is hot and sour and sweet and sour. Alfonso mango puree in there, there's some fresh mango in there, some chili, some pickled ginger, lots of goodness. So what you want to do is dress your plates first, as we say in the business. This can be served either room temperature or even fridge cold. I'd recommend just take it out of the fridge about half an hour before you're ready to go. That is part 1 done. Next part is we're going to cook the scallops and then come back and just finish the plates. It's going to literally take 2 minutes to do this. Okay folks, I've got a pan on the heat here. It's up high. You want a large surface area on the pan as well. When I opened the scallops, these scallops should be dry, but you just want to get them on a tea towel. Any residual sort of moisture on it is going to retard the colouring process. So if you have any any liquid in the bag, you want to get it all dry. Just a kitchen roll there like so. And the most important thing when you're cooking scallops is you want to season them right before you cook them. The reason for this is once you put salt in these, it's going to draw the moisture out of the fish. Some people even season them in the pan. So, like so. A little bit of cracked black, not too much. And then when we put them in the pan, we can just give a wee sprinkle on the other side. A little drizzle of oil. And then we're going to use butter and oil, and the butter's hopefully going to tell us when it's ready to cook the scallops. It's a good sign already. Pan's nice and hot. So when you get your scallops, it's 4 portion. Depending on the size of scallops, you may give 5 a portion, but they'll all weigh the same. So don't feel that you're going to be cheated. So the bigger scallops in first. You see that lovely colour there, and that noise stopping. That means your pan's ready for the scallops. You don't want to lift your pan up. You don't want to shake it really. You just want the scallops just to catch a little bit of the fat, and you want them to colour like so. Everybody's always tempted to shake it and do whatever. I'm just going to add just another wee knob of butter in there just to help cool the pan down. So you're cooking scallops pretty much 80% on one side. That's a trick to cooking them. Also generally when you're finishing scallops, you would hit them with a squeeze of lemon or lime. Because the sauce is so acidic anyway, I'm just going to bypass that. I want to keep the nice natural sweetness of the scallops, and you can see they're colouring already. I'll lift that off the heat and let the pan cool slightly. There we go. And if you can remember the sequence you put them in, just turn them over. You can use tongs, by the way. I think I'm teaching you bad habits already. That one in the centre is coloured perfect. So I would say they're basically ready. Turn your heat off. Get your little pan rest here. And just move your scallops over like so. And then you're ready to plate. We'll try to get an even spread of the large and smaller scallops. Nice delicate starter. It'll balance the main course which is coming up. Salad's already dressed, and all you do is just make a little ball of salad. I just go straight in the middle. All that dressing, it basically weeps from your salad, you can just leave to one side. You don't need to use that. And we're just going to give us a quick drizzle of oil. And there we have it. We have some seared scallops with fresh mango salsa and a cucumber and radish salad. And that is a nice fresh way to start your 2-course dinner. Hi folks, hope you enjoyed your starter. Now straight on to the main course. And what we have is a Sri Lankan seafood curry. It is one of my favourite seafood curries because it's so mild and delicate. There's not a lot going on. It's going to overpower the fish and it's really, really aromatic. And the secret ingredient in the Sri Lankan curry is these little bad boys here, these curry leaves. You can leave them in the sauce as you're bringing it back up. There's some in the base. We've went all the trouble of grinding all our spices, marinating all the fish to get this beautiful coconut based curry. The curry leaves have really, really unusual flavour, slightly smoky. Some people link it to almost like a lemongrass flavour. Interesting fact about curry leaves is they are renowned for stopping your hair going grey. Now, needless to say, you know that I haven't eaten that many in my life because I'm white, but true fact is curry leaves actually stop your hair from turning grey. If I'd eat enough of them, I'll end up just, I don't know, I'll end up looking like a badger probably. So let's get straight on to cooking. You'll get fish in vac pack. Take it out of the vac pack. It's got a spice on it. On that spice also is some toasted rice, which is ground into almost like a flour. It does two things. It puts a nice little coating on the fish and also helps to thicken the sauce. There's also some of that also in the base. And it's something I came across when I was reading a Sri Lankan cookbook, and I've incorporated into this curry as well. Other aromats in there. There's loads of turmeric, which is great for you. There's fenugreek, fennel seeds, coriander, ginger, garlic, loads. But we've made the curry purposely mild because we've given you an extra portions of chili. Everybody likes different levels of heat. So these add at your own peril, or whatever you think, if everything's going to work. Also with this curry as well, we're putting potatoes in it, not just because we're in Ireland. It's because a lot of Sri Lankan food and Indian food use spuds instead of rice and everything else. So I think it lends itself very, very well instead of rice. So that's why we incorporated it in. Also, we've got some peppers, some fresh tomato, a little bit of spinach, and then we're going to top the curry with some coriander and some scallions. Everything's a one pot wonder today. So we've got our frying pan back on again. There's no use for the oven. All we're going to do is we're going to season the fish and we're going to move over and we're going to cook everything in the pan, and then we're just going to serve it family style. So a little drizzle of oil. Again, we're just going to use a little bit of butter to help everybody establish how hot the pan is before they had their fish. While that's cooking, we'll look at the fish. Nice piece of salt in that. So this process is very, very simple. We're going to cook the big pieces of fish first. The langoustines have already been cooked. The mussels take seconds to cook. So the items that you need to sort of get in to start are basically the potatoes and the fish, and also to heat the langoustines up. So get our fish in. There we go, like so. Nice and simple. Again, if you don't have a really big frying pan, you could just put a casserole or a roasting tray in the oven, drizzle with the oil, pop the fish, pop the potatoes in, and you could do this basically sequence in the oven, but just mirror what I'm doing here on top of the stove. Get our spuds in. Keep the heat up as high as you possibly can. Reason being is, as I'm adding other items into the pan, the heat is transferring into the potatoes, so the pan will cool down slightly. Same sort of idea as the scallops. You want to cook the fish on the skin for around about 80% of the time. And I can guarantee you now, already, it does smell like good Sri Lankan cuisine. You get all the smell of all those aromats. Again, don't be tempted to lift off your pan off the heat or to toss your pan or anything like that. All you're looking is get a wee bit of finish on your fish. So when we add in the sauce, It's going to take all that lovely flavour of all the toasted aromats and all the shellfish. So pepper langoustines in now. Get them nice warm through. Some of our peppers. Some tomatoes. Again, all the work's been done ahead of time. The sauce takes a serious amount of time to prepare. We've got a lovely shellfish stock in the base of that sauce as well. So you're talking 6 to 8 hours just to have the base of the curry made. Because I've put some veg in there, I'm just going to hit the veg with a little bit of salt. Especially the tomatoes. Give your pan a little shake. See how fish is doing. Yep, look at that. That's exactly what you want. You got that coating on the fish. Again, folks, this is a very, very quick dish to put together. Pop in our little mussels here. If you put the mussels around the outside, they'll cook easier. So as the heat tries to escape out the pan, it'll catch the mussel. Last but not least, we're going to put this beautiful curry base in here. Get it all in. I'm going for light spicy. There's also some chili in the base of the sauce as well. And then we just pop a lid on that. Oh, nearly forgot about these. A couple of prawns in there as well. Tiger prawns. There you go. Give it a wee shake now, and then that should take 5 minutes. So I've got this 2 minutes on a high heat. I'm just going to drop it down till about 6. What's happening inside there is we've got all the flavour of the fish with the spices caramelized in the bottom of this pan. We've got the flavour of all the veg. We've also got all the mussels around the outside. They're going to release their own nage, their own cooking liquor, which almost is going to help flavour this whole sauce. With the whole langoustines in there, you're going to get all the flavour of the toasted langoustine shells as well in there. And all we'll have to do now is add a little bit of spinach and then finish it with loads of chopped coriander and scallion. Now a wee peek, loosen this sauce up a little bit. All I'm doing is making a little gap in the pan for all the sauce. Snap it over some of the fish. And we're almost ready to serve. So folks, we're ready to plate. Last but not least, is just put some of your spinach leaves on there. Pop a lid back on. And just bring it over to our little pot stand here. There's no easy way to sort of serve this. I would recommend family style. So all we're going to do is basically take the lid off. And let's see what we'll have in here. It does look like a serious feed, but you have to realise there's a lot of shrapnel and shells in here. And I'm going to hit that with plenty of herbs. Through the portions of it, you have 3 pieces of fish each, like this. So what you want to do is catch that, some of your spuds, some of your veg, and it doesn't matter how you plate this, I think it's going to look great anyway. Especially these langoustines and mussels. They sort of carry their own little armour. You see there's a lovely weight on that curry sauce. I'm always tempted to serve a big bit of crusty bread with this, or a bit of naan bread, but I think our spuds will soak up all that. The greens and the tomatoes lighten the whole sauce up. It's not a really, really thick, rich curry. It's nice and light. I could keep going there, guys, but literally there is enough food there for a healthy portion. We have Mourne seafood bar, Lankan seafood curry. Enjoy.